Hello and welcome to MRMW. I'm joined here by Rooij, Senior Project Manager at Skim. Robin, thank you very much for joining me. Would you be able to give us a little bit of a brief introduction to yourself?
I've worked at Skim for about 5 years now, doing a lot of projects, especially in telecom research, etc. Skim, we focus on quite complex methods like conjoint research, etc. And one of the biggest challenges for us now is to see if that's feasible to keep using those methodologies for mobile. Of course, for mobile, you get a feeling that there's a lot less attention span, the screens are smaller, etc. So that's also what I'm trying to get from MRMW, is a better feeling of how that translates, how the validity would be of more complicated types of studies on mobile.
And so we've seen some presentations today, for example, discussing this validity of mobile research. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you thought of these presentations?
Sure, yeah. For instance, I was interested in the presentation from USAMP, and they did show that there's definitely a validity to using mobile, and that there's engagement from respondents. Didn't quite give me what I was looking for. I was also looking for the validity of using mobile in emerging markets, actually. Yeah. So Richard Goosey from Cantor Health actually provided a very nice example of how they were doing very complicated types of research for healthcare professionals, and they translated that to mobile studies as well. And the validity of that came out very, very good and very similar to the results that they had gotten in previous studies. Those were very encouraging for me to see that there's validity and that you can get very similar and strong results from mobile studies.
I understand that you guys are going to also be doing a presentation, so do you want to tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, sure. My colleague Gerard Looschilder will be presenting tomorrow together with a client of ours from Vodafone, Casper Houtvast, and John Ashraf, also from Skim. And they will be showing how we've been experimenting with doing complex conjoint types of research also on mobile. Okay. For me, it's very important to see what the validity is and whether we can translate these researchers to mobile. I'm personally looking into possibilities for us to expand to Asia, where of course you have a limited reach of fixed internet connections, and actually the mobile internet connections are even bigger. They have bigger reach than the standard fixed internet connections. But it's good for me to see that other agencies also see this validity that we are seeing ourselves. Okay. In terms of how that impacts us, I just saw something very interesting from Pondering Panda, who used feature phones and a type of data or web-enabled method of communicating with their target market that was very data light. I think that's definitely something we'll look into more as we develop these adjustments to using mobile data research as opposed to fixed internet connections for research, to also reach the people that don't have a smartphone, of course, because there's a difference between a smartphone and having very simple data connection on a feature phone.
Yeah, of course.
It's something I'm still hoping to find out. I need to connect to some of these people who are at the conference, seeing what they're seeing. So far, what they've been presenting is for me very encouraging. So, well, I'll be here for 2 days and browsing around, talking to other people, seeing if they find what we find, and if it's a bright future for all of us in mobile research, or if we should be very worried.
That's great, Robin. We'll put this out on Twitter, and hopefully, we'll be able to get some connections going on, some engagement. Thanks you for joining me.
Thanks.
Cheers.